What's good, sneakerheads? Back here with another one. Before we jump into it, again, enter the giveaway right down here. If it's still there, if this is before June, or what's good, sneakerheads? Back here with another one. Before we jump into it, enter the giveaway right down here. Click the link in the top of the description. And if you want discounts on shoe trees or sole protectors or any of that good stuff, make sure to check out my discount codes somewhere below that, not too far below that. But yeah, enter it. All you gotta do is subscribe to the channel and be in the United States. You get a free pair of shoes. Enter that crap right down there. Enter it. Click the link. Enter that right there. All right, let's jump into it. All right, so everybody knows there's a lobster run coming. 14th, 15th, and 17th. Lobsters for days. You know what I'm saying? So I figured I'd go out there early, and I went lobstering or like crabbing or whatever you want to call it with some black sheep bait, and I was able to catch a purple lobster, a straight purple lobster, and it's got like peach colored guts, it's got black and white gut, it's crazy. So shout out to my bait, black sheep, team early. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not. Who knows? Maybe I got these elsewhere. But maybe I use black sheep to catch them. Like bait. You know what I'm saying? So let's jump into it. Bang. Size 12. 12. 12. Got the teal box. See what they look like. Bum, bum, bum. Ooh. Bum, bum. Dun, 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 dun. Alright. I cannot believe I was able to cop these. These, this is like the fourth installment of the Lobster Dunk. We'll get into that in just a second. Now this has the same build as all the other ones that came out. It's got a two-tone purple suede upper. It's got a bunch of like little speckles right up there. You see that? And it's got a purple reflective swoosh right there. Here's a picture of it reflecting all day. I like how they went around it with that white to make it pop, because the rest of it's purple, so it's just been blended in. It's got a white tongue with the purple little accent piece right there. It's got white laces on it, but you get a set of white lobster bands, a set of blue, a pair of pink or peach laces, and a pair of black laces. Now, a lot of people ask, why would you get pink laces with it or peach colored laces with it? Why not purple, or why not, some other color? It's because it's supposed to be lobster meat. Like when you cut open a lobster tail, you got the meat in there, and the meat's either like a white, reddish color, pinkish, you know what I'm saying? That's what that's supposed to be. Lobster meat. And then you've got the sock liner right here, which is depending on who you talk to, it's either a picnic blanket or a lobster bib. I'm going to go with a lobster bib because they're red and they've got those weird designs on them. But they also look like picnic table, coverings or picnic blankets or whatever. Now, all this comes together. You've got the Nike on the back, and that's embroidered as always. None of that printed crap. But it sits atop of a black midsole and a purple outsole. This is a very high quality shoe. This is so buttery. And that's kind of wordplay right there. Because what do you use with lobster? Butter. Straight butter. Melted butter. Melted butter is the true smooth butter. And that's what this feels like. So smooth. So smooth. Now, if you've seen the pictures, and if you are watching this, you probably have seen almost all the pictures of these lobster dunks that have been out. They look great new, but I've seen a few where the person, a skateboarder or whatever, is wearing them to death, and the creasing looks a little crazy on them. So, I'm probably going to be using the crease protector from Sneaker Shields. Definitely check them out. They work wonders. Now the sizing on these, if you got a wide foot, go for a 13. I can pull off a 12. It's a little snug, but it breaks in after about a week or two. So definitely, thin foot, you buy your size. Wide foot, go half size or full size up. Word to the wise, if you're going to store them or wear them or basically anything short of take pictures and then take them off, don't put these bands on them. You will destroy your shoes. If you put them on and walk around, they'll probably crease funny. It'll wear the suede in, one particular area. You'll wear the band on the bottom. Eventually it'll break. If you store them with those on them, everybody has seen, like rubber bands or whatever that you've had for like 5 or 10 years. You get it and it's all stuck together and like melted and all this. It even in no heat, they still tend to melt and like stick together. So, do you want that happening to your shoe? It will probably stick to your shoe. If not, when you take it off, there'll be like a permanent line in it from where it was at. So just keep them in the package unless you're going to take a picture or whatever else. Just, keep the lobster claw bands off of it. Now, the laces, do what you want. I mean, they'll look good either way. So just do what you want. Now, like I said, there have been 4 altogether, including this one. Now, the first one that released was the red lobster dunk, which released toward the end of the dunk era, which was about 2008-ish. That's when the wave was coming down. So the red ones released. Everybody kind of slept on them. I mean, there were a bunch of people that copped, but everybody slept. They're starting to gain notoriety the last few years, so the prices are going up on them. But yeah, the first one that dropped was the red one in 2008, the end of 2008. The next one to release, the second one, was the blue one, which released in June of 2009. And then you had the third one, which was the yellow and the most detailed, in my opinion. It had red speckles all over it and all that good stuff. And that released in July of 2009. This is the fourth one. And this is kind of like a blend between the red and the blue. So you get purple. But then there is speculation that a green one is going to drop alongside this as an in-store only kind of thing, like back what Diamond Supply did with their dunks, like last month. But the green one I know is going to release sometime because Paul Rodriguez, the skateboarder, the famous skateboarder, he did a Instagram where let me put that up. He did an Instagram story where he was wearing the green ones, and he took it down right after that, probably because Concept was like, "What are you doing? We haven't even announced these yet." So we got a little taste of that. But there is also a mythical orange pair that's supposed to come out, and that's either going to be alongside this, kind of like the canary colored one, the canary diamond dunk that came out, or it may release later on. But going by the previous 2008, 2009, 2009, it may do the same as that. You got these, and then in a few months you'll get the green and the orange that drop within a month of each other. Never know. But the green one is right here. You can see that picture. The orange one, I haven't been able to find a picture of it. If I did, you see it right here. Now the purple dunk, this one right here, is releasing first at the concept store in Boston, Dubai, China, all that good stuff, and online on their website. And really, the only difference is you get a box. It's like a wave water kind of ice colored blue box. You don't really get anything else with it, except for the shoes, and you get the same amount of extra stuff with it. But it's just the crazy box that comes with it. Nothing really different. You don't get a hat or a T-shirt or anything like that. And then they're dropping at skate shops on the 15th, and then the sneakers app on the 17th. So if you miss out on a few, just keep hopping around. You'll eventually be able to cop one, I'm sure. Now, I checked after I picked these up today, and the resale on the size 12 was like $350, and that's what it sold for. So took a lot for me to sell these, but I want them in my collection, so I'm gonna hang on to them. Might try for another pair in a 13. And then still alive. Need to boil this thing before it tries to claw me. Actually, let's boil it on foot. Let's go check it out on foot real quick. Yeah, they're super comfortable on foot. The only thing I'm worried about is this tongue right here. It's a white mesh, so I mean, only thing you can really do is crep it. I mean, there's a bunch of gaps in it that can, get a bunch of dirt. But like I said, all you got to do is crep it, and I'm sure it'll do just fine. Now, Concepts first opened their door back in 1996 in Boston, Massachusetts. And their whole purpose was to kind of blend together fashion, street, and skate, which was kind of before their time. Not a lot of people were doing that. More, they were dedicated to individual deals, but this one was kind of meant to blend everything together, and it worked because I mean they've spread out to from Boston to New York to Dubai to China, like they've gone global, and they're still dedicated to quality and customer service, which this is a prime example of it. I mean, I'm sure that they made quite a few pairs of these, and they are amazing quality, like stitch wise, everything. Not to knock them at all, but those black dunks that I got, they had a few issues here and there with like the swooshes and stuff like that. Nothing too big, but they weren't cookie cutter, like they weren't just like everyone the same. So shout out to them because I've seen quite a few pairs of these and they're all great. I haven't seen one that's got any crazy defects or, misprints or anything else on it. So that's absolutely amazing. Now, Concept's owner's name is Tarak Hassan, and the manager, who also designs the collabs that they do with Nike and all those guys, his name is Dion Point. and he was talking about how the first collab that they did was with New Balance back in '06, '07. And he said that he was like a kid in a candy store when he got that contract. Like, he was all over it. He was like, yo, let's do like a clear logo on the side with like, green and like blue, and that way they blend together and make like another color. And they were like, no, we can't do that. And he was like, well, all right, let's do a big B on the side of it. There has to be a B. And he was like, they were like, nah, we can't do that either. And he was like, all right, let's do this crazy color in the front and then like blend it up the side. And they were like, nah, man, we can't do that either. And they were so he said that he was pretty locked down on what he could do. And ultimately the shoe ended up being a disaster. Something like 12 people were in line for it. It didn't do well at all, but he said that's the reason why there's a first, because it's only been uphill ever since then. Every shoe, like, he learned what you can and can't do with a design of a collab. Um, Check out the inside of it. I mean, they've had crazy collabs since then, and to prove that he's learned, and he kind of fell in his own niche about like telling a story or whatnot with every collab. Because like, you had the ugly Christmas sweaters. There's been two or three iterations of those. Amazing. And specifically for Christmas, like, you can make a Christmas shoe or you can make the ugly Christmas shoe. That's a point, and they still look good. You've got the Lobsters, which were just like the Diamond Dunks, except you had more of them. But these tell a story because they're from Boston. So Lobster. You had the Grails, whole story behind that because everybody's got their own Grail, and I'm gonna end up copping those. I mean, here's a picture of them. They are a little bit flamboyant, don't get me wrong, but why not? Like, it's got that iridescent look to it that I covet. Not to mention they're really bright, so why not? They even went as far as making a Kyrie 4 Green Lobster basketball shoe. I mean, that was a concept collab. So they've done quite a few really good collabs. They also do clothing, so they've spread far and wide, and they've done quite a few. I mean, some of the most coveted collabs are from concepts. So now, I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment. There's a lot of things coming out this weekend. That's the reason why I had to cop these early, or not. Did I? Did I not? Who knows? I did. Or did I not? Who knows? But yeah, so that takes a little bit of stress off me. Were you guys able to cop? Are you going to cop? How do you feel about this colorway? If you do cop, heed my warning. Do not keep that rubber claw deal on it. This thing, look at that. It's so jumbled up. But don't keep these on there. It will end up destroying it. Make sure to enter my giveaway. Links in the top of the description. Make sure to use my coupon codes, 15% off, 10% off, some sneaker shields or sole protectors. Follow me on social media and subscribe, because I mean, I'm just now getting some free time. I've been behind on videos. Like, I have 20 plus videos that have been recorded and just need to be edited and put out. So I'm going to be rapid firing that stuff for Christmas and everything else. And I still have shoes on the way. It's absolutely insane. So if you want to see what I cop before the video comes out, make sure to download the Snups app and just go check out Trademark Kicks. You should be able to find me. I was featured in their whatever they call it, the head thing, their newsletter thing, and a few other things. So just go check that out. But yeah, that's it. I will catch y'all in the next video. Hope y'all have a good holiday if I don't see you till then, but I'm sure I will. Enter the giveaway for a free pair of shoes. I got a lot more giveaways on the way too, so subscribe. You got to be subscribed to win anyway. So just subscribe. You'll be able to win later on. You got to be in the U.S. too. For now, I'll get to the international folk later. But yeah, I'll catch y'all on the next one. Stay safe. Peace.